I read the World Cup script, and I'm not saying FIFA wrote this thing in a dark room somewhere, but if they did, this tournament is way too obvious, because every great World Cup has the same ingredients. You need a favorite with pressure to win, an underdog with nothing to lose, a villain team that refuses to die, and a superstar on their last dance. So today, I'm going to be spoiling the entire World Cup, including the group stage, the upsets, the fake heroes, the real heroes, and most importantly, the final. First, though, we have to talk about the format, because this is where the writers got really lazy. 48 teams, 12 groups, a round of 32, and 8 third place teams still go through. That means a country could look completely finished and still somehow survive. That isn't a tournament anymore, it's just a reality show with goal difference. And that's exactly why the first big plot twist is going to come from the third place team. One of these teams is going to have a win, a draw, and a loss, and are going to somehow sneak into the knockout stage, and suddenly everybody's going to be saying they're dangerous. Who this team is? Cape Verde. Now, I know you guys are going to be yelling at me in the comments for this, but hear me out. Cape Verde, despite this being their first time ever to qualify to the FIFA World Cup, have an underlying attack that nobody's looking at, not to mention their insane defense and their goalkeeper that saves literally everything. I'm telling you, you're going to want to watch them close. Now, let's talk about the teams that everybody thinks are going to win. France, Brazil, Argentina, Germany, England, Portugal, and Spain. One of these teams is not making it as far as people think. And if I'm reading the FIFA script correctly, the fake favorite is England. I know. The squad is good, the talent is real, and the fans believe, which is exactly the problem. England's World Cup script is always the same. They start organized, they beat teams they're supposed to beat, and the media starts saying, this feels different. Then they meet one team with actual tournament darkness in their soul, and the whole thing turns into a national therapy session. England aren't bad, they're just written like a tragic character. They're going out in the quarterfinals and in the most painful way possible. Penalty shootout, late equalizer, VAR controversy, or something horrible. The script demands it. Now, every World Cup needs a main character. In 2022 it was Messi, in 2018 it was Mbappe, in 2014 it was Germany turning Brazil into a crime scene. This time, the main character is not one player, but it's the United States. Now before you yell at me, just listen. The World Cup is in North America, the stadiums are massive, the crowd is loud, and the media machines are just starving for a host nation story. The script isn't saying that the USA is going to win, but they just need one run, one dramatic knockout win, one game where everyone who doesn't even watch soccer suddenly starts tweeting like they invented the sport. The script says USA reaches the quarterfinal, that's the point where the hype becomes unbearable. That's also the point where they run into a real giant and get humbled. But for 2 weeks, they're going to look like the best team ever. This brings me to what the script says is the final four. France, Brazil, Portugal, and Germany. I know, it sounds so obvious, but when you think about it, World Cups always pretend to be chaotic, then somehow end with monsters fighting other monsters. France are built for this. They have depth, speed, and that terrifying ability to look average for 70 minutes and to score twice like nothing happened. Brazil, on the other hand, have emotional weight. Every Brazil World Cup is treated like a religious event, and this one feels like a redemption arc. Portugal here are the villain run. Germany are the comeback arc, and after years of people asking if Germany are still Germany, this is where they remind everyone that tournaments are their natural habitat, but only 2 can make the final. And according to the script, France beat Portugal and Brazil beat Germany, which gives us the most script-perfect final possible. France versus Brazil, Europe versus South America, modern machine versus football mythology, a final that feels expensive before it even starts. And the winner? Brazil. Not because they're the safest pick, but because they have the best story. Brazil winning the World Cup in North America feels like something the football world needs right now. They've had the pressure, the heartbreak, the what happened to the Brazilian magic, and then, right when people start doubting whether Brazil are still Brazil, they remind everyone. It's not going to be easy for them though. France are going to be leading and dominating for most of the game. Brazil will suffer. There will be a moment where it looks like France are about to take over, but Brazil score the goal. The goal. The one that gets replayed forever. And then the whistle blows. It's Brazil lifting the trophy. That's the script. A chaotic format, a host nation run, England heartbreak, France looking inevitable to win, and Brazil winning the World Cup final and bringing magic back to their country. If you like this video, make sure to drop a like down below and comment which of these parts did you find most surprising. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing content.